everyone. Welcome to Biblio Banter, a show all things book related. I'm Mary from the Volusia County Public Library. Today is Challenge Day. I set myself a challenge to see if I can find all of the colors of the rainbow in YA books. This is not to be confused with the rainbow reading challenges of the LGBTQ plus book variety. Though those are equally wonderful challenges, and I highly recommend them. They really bring you a diverse and entrancing set of books to read. Our colorful challenge is more of the literal kind, and it's in two parts. Part one, can I find all of the colors of the rainbow in the titles of YA books? And part two, can I find all of the colors in the rainbow represented as a dominant color in the covers of YA books? Let's see how I do. First up, can I find all of the colors of the rainbow in the titles of YA books? For this part of the challenge, I turned to the Volusia County Public Library catalog system and searched in each color as a title keyword. Let me give you an example. First, go to our main webpage, volusialibrary.org. Select Main Catalog. Using the advanced search, I will use red as a search term, and because I want red to appear in the title, I will choose the search parameters title keywords. I also want to limit my search to books, so I will tell the search engine to not select DVDs as a format. Then hit go. I can then limit my search to see the teen collection by selecting it in the right-hand filter. Simply scroll down until you see restriction on material type. We have quite a few materials, so I'm going to hit more. And we can choose teen collection. And here are my results. I can then find the book on my library shelf or reserve the title to be delivered to my preferred branch. For example, Red Tigress is here in Deltona. So I can go to the Deltona library and pull it myself, or I can select it to be reserved and sent to any library branch I choose. I searched the entire Volusia County Public Library system, and here are my selections from those results. First up, The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare, available from Margaret K. McElderly Books. A fantasy novel from the Shadowhunter series. All Magnus wants to do is enjoy his vacation with his new boyfriend, Alec. But their vacation across Europe is interrupted when an old friend of Magnus arrives with news that there is a rising demon-worshipping cult called the Crimson Hand causing chaos across the world. Now Magnus and Alec must race across the globe to put a stop to this cult that, as it turns out, Magnus started years ago as a joke. Next in our rainbow of colors, the manga Orange by Ichigo Takano, available from Seven Seas Entertainment. In this manga series, Naho becomes immediately attracted to new transfer student Kakeru, but is too shy to do anything about it. Suddenly, Naho starts receiving letters from the future, informing her that Kakeru will die unless Naho does exactly what the letters say to save him. When things start going wrong, Naho must rely on her friends to help set them right, little knowing that her friends have been getting letters of their own. Moving on to Yellow. Butterfly Yellow by Tanha Lai from HarperCollins Publishers. In the final days of the Vietnam War, Hong tries to flee Vietnam with her little brother Lin. In the airport, Lin is suddenly ripped away from her arms, and Hong is left behind in Vietnam. 6 years later, Han makes it to Texas and is reunited with her little brother, only to discover that he remembers nothing about his sister or the home they journeyed from. But Hong has come too far and is too determined not to bridge the gap that has grown between her and her brother. Next in our colors, green. Green Lantern's Volume 1, Rage Planet. Writers Jeff Johns and Sam Humphries. Artists Ethan Van Sciver and Ed Benes. Colorist Jason Wright. Available from DC Comics. Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz are the newest recruits to the Green Lantern Corps. They've proven themselves capable, and now Hal Jordan has assigned them with protecting the planet, with little experience and a whole lot to prove, which makes them perfect targets. Next in the rainbow is Blue, A Cloud of Outrageous Blue by Vesper Stamper, available from Alfred A. Knopf. Edith grew up in a quiet village with a loving family until suddenly everything she holds dear is ripped away from her. Now living in a priory working with ancient books, Edith must come to terms with her new life and the gifts that make her a little different, maybe a little cursed. But the Great Plague is coming, and when a boy from her past arrives, Edith must choose between her dreams and her destiny. Along the Indigo by Elise Chapman, available from Amulet Books, one of our mysteries. Glory is famous for two things: businesses that front for Cedar Enterprises and suicides along the Indigo River. Mars is desperate to escape this oppressive town in order to give herself and her sister a better life. But to escape takes money. In order to make money, Mars loots the bodies of the Indigo, where she comes across Jude, a boy with secrets of his own, secrets that may tie their two families together. As Mars and Jude grow closer, they find the answers that may free them or chain them to the Indigo River forever. And finally, Haunting Violet by Alexandra Harvey from Walker and Company. Seeing spirits is a curse, not a gift for Violet. Accompanying her mother on a séance in Victorian England at the country estate of Lord Jesper, Violet has a frightening vision that thrusts her into the center of an unsolved murder in the Victorian elite. Can Violet prevent another murder without risking the life of the one she loves? So part one of our challenge has given us a great selection of genres and titles to read. Let's see how well we do with part two, where we find covers in all of the different colors of the rainbow. Let's take a look. All right, let's see what we can find. Here's red. No, not quite orange. Oh, this looks promising. Alright, that's mostly orange. Now we're looking for yellow. Yellow. Let's see, green is next. Green, but not mostly green. Oh, there's a mostly green. Oh, here's a better mostly green. Blue. Well, it's fine with fake out. Count that as mostly blue. Indigo. There's an indigo, and I think I might see a violet. All right, let's see how we did. Let's take a look at our results from searching for covers of every color. In this selection, we found 3 realistic fiction and 4 science fiction, some dystopian titles. The first are read, How It Blew Up by Arvin Ahmadi from Viking. This is a realistic fiction about coming out. 18-year-old Amir Azadi comes out to his Muslim family. Everything implodes and Amir runs away to Rome. And from the cover, at turns uplifting and devastating, How It All Blew Up is a celebration of how life's most painful moments can live alongside the riotous, life-changing joys of discovering who you are. Our selection for orange is Dustborn by Aaron Bauman from Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishers. Also from the cover, with its unforgettable blend of science fiction, dystopia, and Old West, Dustborn is one of those stories that stays branded on your heart long after you turn the final page. Prepare to be transported. A quote from Jodi Meadows of the New York Times bestselling author of My Plain Jane and the Fallen Isles trilogy. For yellow, Get Well Soon by Julie Halpern from Bible and Friends. From the cover description, in her fiction debut, Julie Halpern finds humor in the unlikeliest of places and presents a character whose voice and heart will resonate with all of us who have ever felt just a little crazy. For green, we found Hawk by Jennifer Dance from Dundurn. From the back cover, when a First Nations teen rescues a fish hawk from a tailings pond in Alberta's oil sands, he has no idea that soon they will both be fighting for their lives. And as a review from Dr. John O'Connor, physician from Fort McMurray, Alberta, Hawk is a brilliant representation of the ongoing tragedy in northern Alberta today. So one of our realistic fiction choices. For the color blue, we found Snowflake, Arizona by Marcus Sedgwick from Norton Young Readers. Snowflake, Arizona, from its cover description, contemplates illness and health, both our own and our planet's. Ash lives through a cycle of illness, recovery, and loss when the world beyond suffers from its own affliction, from which they may or may not be a chance of recovery. Our indigo choice, How We Became Wicked by Alexander Yates from Catlin Blowy Books, Athenian Publishers. A plague called the wickedness is pulsing through the world. The wicked only want to maim and dismember you, but they'll do it politely. The true live in isolated and safe communities, or so they think. And the vexed hold the key to the wicked cure, but people will do anything to get it. So another dystopian selection. And finally, to round out our rainbow of colors, our violet choice, Hardwired by Len Vlahos from Bloomsbury. Also from the cover description, a 15-year-old boy discovers he is not a real boy or 15. He is the first fully self-aware AI in the world. Now, what does that mean for his identity and where he belongs? These all sound like a great reading list, and for most of the colors, I want to point out there were at least a few selections, if not several, from our shelves or from the results that we pulled up from looking for the title keywords of the colors in the titles. I think we've created a few interesting reading lists from our color challenge. Try it for yourselves. For more exciting reading recommendations, visit our database, Novel List Plus, on the digital library page of our website, volusialibrary.org. And keep a lookout on our teen page and Instagram for the Teen Book of the Month. Have fun reading, and we'll see you soon.